welcome to Gregg's World. More fun with Greggin. Today we're visiting Curt Almsted, the Dean of Scream here in Minneapolis. And he is going to show you something so amazing you won't hardly believe it yourself. In his basement he has over 10,000, yes I said 10,000 action figures. Every Batman that ever came out, every Superman, every Supergirl. If there was a super dog, he's got it. All the monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Mummy. I won't say any more. You're going to be amazed. Prepare to be amazed. Come on. All right, everybody, Curt Almsted, everybody. And this is the basement where we also rehearse for the Lennon Tribute show. Every year we crowd sometimes 16 people down here.
Well, in the band, and then plus there's people that come over to get just feel like dropping in. Last year, we had Major Coleman.
Yes, we did.
Mayor Coleman.
Yeah, Mayor Coleman came over from St. Paul.
Is this like David Letterman? Maybe we should go like this.
I don't know. I don't have a tie, so I can't go.
You don't have a pillow either. He always had his chair is actually several inches above whoever it is.
Oh, so
But he's tall though.
Yeah.
You want a pillow? I never thought of you as short. Remember we had that conversation? You once mentioned that you were, and I went, really? I can think of other people that are short. Mickey Rooney. He's
pretty short. He's pretty short.
God love him. I think that could have been a big. Is the word impetus? Impetus? I think it is. Although it's got the word imp in it.
So, would you want to take us on a little tour of the basement here, starting back at the corner there?
That corner?
Yeah, isn't that where it begins?
Actually, it begins here.
Oh.
I think they're talking about I have a pretty giant toy collection, so the place looks like a museum.
Matter of fact, wasn't what is it, Weyerhaeusen Museum?
Oh no, maybe
over by the university.
Weimenheimer. What the heck's it called? I forget what it's called.
Weimer.
Weimer. I get that mixed up with Chris Reimenschneider. Is that the right? I always get that wrong. I always see him and I don't know who he is because I'm sort of blind.
Anyway, they wanted you to bring your collection down and set it up at their museum.
Something I think. For some reason, the woman that was there had a sort of a odd fascination with something. But this is I call this Party in Hell. The top of it, right underneath it, is something I call early mammals. But it's let's see, it's like the waiting room for hell. It's
got everybody.
It's got a lot of funny things. My favorite part is Iggy and the Stooges, along with Albert Einstein and Andy Kaufman. And let's not forget the albino bowler, Michael Madsen from
yeah.
The one where they, Mr. Brown and Mr. Pink.
Yeah, what was that called?
I liked in the big bus when the guy comes and he goes, Whitey, Blackie, Brownie, Pinky, Greenie, Bluey. That's really funny to me. I had a fascination with Superman and Batman as a kid, and then they didn't have toys. So when they did have toys, and I was an adult and didn't smoke crack, I don't have a lot of extra money, but most of my extra money goes towards, one of my hobbies anyway. Mm-hmm. And
it's quite amazing. When did you start?
Well, it was in the 80s.
In the 80s?
Yeah. So, gosh, what was I? 30. So half of my life. I'm not the world's biggest geek, but the world's biggest geek would have a lot in common with me and probably like my collection. This is my favorite thing, actually, is the Batman, this whole Batman schmear. It's Batman and all of his little pals. And I actually thought the Superman movie was pretty good.
Oh.
And, I just heard today that the next Superman movie, with that guy in it, whatever his name is, it's going to have Batman.
Really?
Yeah, so it'll be a world's
Christian
finest.
Bale?
No, not him.
Huh?
Here's my I have a lot of favorite ones. People say, what's your favorite one? Here, I'll show you the best one. And it's Bernie Wrightson's version. It's just tremendous. And I have it on display over here as well, but it's kind of hard to see. I like to actually open my toys and then display them. Some people would leave out the disc and just say, play with them. I prefer the term display because it makes me seem a little more mature. Yeah.
That is funny.
Which I like almost everything I liked when I was a kid, and it just proves to me that I have good taste.
As a kid,
you all the stuff that I liked as a kid is now giant movies, and the rock and roll, they have a museum too. And there's still several acts that I think should be in there. MC5, Moby Grape, Mitch Ryder. Mitch Ryder probably number one of all those. And there's others. Over the years, several of the people that I thought should have been in it really early on finally were admitted. The Young Rascals, The Lovin' Spoonful, Lloyd Price. And there's so many black performers that aren't in there yet that it's stunning to me. And stuff like Joe Bennett and the Sparkle Tones, But this is the guy that wrote the piano part for Tangled Up in Blue. So when you hear that hook, even though he's not credited as songwriter in the music, so we all kind of tangled up in blue. I just went to see him last week, and he didn't say a word in Duluth, but he's down here. He mentioned Bobby V, and weirdly, I have a connection to Bobby V, and that's because I got guitar lessons as a youngster from his brother, Bill Valine. These are all the variations of Batman, pretty much, that they've put out as toys, different artists' versions. So there's the funny thing that I do. Batman, Joker, Batman, Joker, Batman, Joker, Batman, Joker, Batman, Joker, Batman, Joker, Batman, Joker. And so on until it hits the middle, and then I go from Joker to his other partner in crime. Robin. It's a Slim Dunlap thing. Batman, Robin. Batman, Robin, Batman, Robin, Batman, Robin, Batman, Robin, Batman, Robin, Batman, Robin. Like I said, most of these are glued, but some of them are balanced. Anyway, they kept on bringing them out, and so you asked me if I have any doubles. Every once in a while, I get so goddamn confused over if I have one or not. I'll get a double, but what I like is symmetry, so I'll stick them in there like background. It's like, how are you going to tell anyway? And someday I'll get around to it and switch the pieces so they all actually are different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Put
a black head on a white body, etc. He's a Mexican wrestler. That's not a denigrate. That's politically correct, right? You can say Mexican. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the wrestler that's politically incorrect. I don't ever want to be misunderstood. I hate that. I loves everybody, but I also hate everybody if they want to be hated. And of course, who doesn't like Superman? When I was a little kid, that was the TV show before Batman. And right here, that's all the different, many of the different versions of the actual character. Over here, I have like what I call the Superman family, and then in the back of it, Captain Marvel, which was his first imitator. And they put him out of business, and then brought it back later for whatever reason. And this I'm working on it, but it's all these weird versions of Superman. A couple communist ones. There's a Nazi one. You know, just depending upon where he landed, there's a Nazi one over there. The SS, kind of creepy. And you know, a bunch of zombie characters. Captain America zombie, and Aquaman zombie. These are all these odd characters that they're offshoots, like Smallville, that TV show. Got all those characters back in there. You keep getting stuff, and you got to make room for it. Plus, you got to dust every decade or so.
I'm speechless every time I see it, and I see it pretty often.
I come down at, like, if I'm bored, I'll come down and just look and see what's askew, and then attempt to fix it. And usually, while I'm fixing one thing, 3, 4 other things fall, and I start to swear. Yeah. But
no, not that.
it's fun. I mean, it's like an assault on the senses.
That's awful cool. That's where we rehearse.
If you ain't doing nothing August 8th, come down and just play along. We're going to play at like 8, and I'm going to get Bongo and Steve, because John's going to be gone. And I wanted to do some jerks and some blues, but just the bluesy jerks. Because the ones that we don't do, there's some originals.
See y'all.